So here's the beginning. And guys, look, I wrote out a step by step, like everything you need to do. So that if you get lost or want to go back or anything, this tells you exactly how to do this. Okay? Number one, factor out the GCF. If there is a number or variable that will go into all three terms, then you need to factor it out and put it in front at the very beginning, and you need to do that first. Nothing will go into 3, 2, and 5, so at this point, you don't have anything to factor out. Okay? At this point, you're going to go ahead and you're going to just start with your diamond. To do your diamond, to get the numbers for the diamond, you multiply the first and the last term and you put it on top. So we're going to multiply the 3 times the negative 5, and we're going to put negative 15 on top of our little diamond right here. You're going to take the middle term and put it on the bottom, so you're going to put a 2 right here. And you're looking for the numbers that multiply to give you negative 15, but add to give you 2. What two numbers will work? Negative 3 and positive 5. Absolutely work. Anybody have a question why that works? Anything about the diamond itself? Okay. To factor this, you're then going to set up 2 sets of parentheses. It says set up 2 sets of parentheses. You write the first term at the front, but you're going to divide that power by 2. Guys, we're only dealing with powers of 2, so you're basically going to go through, and you're going to rewrite it as 3x and 3x without that power on there. If you get into more complicated, you might have to split it up and make it 2 and 2 if it was a 4, but we're not at that point, guys. We're doing the basics here. Then you're going to take these numbers from your diamond and you're going to put them at the back. It's going to be minus 3 and plus 5. They go at the back. Write the numbers from the sides of your x at the back of each parenthesis. We did that. Here are the numbers. Now, the last thing is to simplify these. If there's a GCF that goes into both of these terms, either the 3 and the 3 or the 3 and the 5, we have to factor it out and cancel it out. This is the key. It cancels out if it is a GCF at this point because it's only a GCF for part of it. So we can divide both these by 3. That's going to leave me, guys, when I divide that out, that leaves you just x minus, and what's 3 divided by 3? What do you put there, guys? 1. Then the other one is going to be 3x plus 5. That is your final answer. That's it. We factored it. That's what we're doing today. Anybody see anything they have a concern, a question, anything about before we keep going? Yes?
When it comes to the thing on the right, the x, does the negative have to come first?
Nope, doesn't make any difference in when you get your answer. This would be the exact same answer, and it would be backwards if you switched them, and it would say 3x plus 5, and the other one would be x minus 1, and that is the exact same thing. I would take that for sure. Anybody else? It does not matter which parentheses comes first or which number in the diamond because that's going to decide which parentheses comes first. And it does not matter, guys. Okay, let's keep going to the next one. On this next one, we've got 6, 17, and 5. 5 is the smallest number. The only factors of 5 are 1 and 5 doesn't go into 17 or into 6, so there's no GCF for everything. So to get our numbers for our diamond, we're going to multiply that first one times the last one. That's going to give me 30 for the top number. We're going to take the middle number and it's going to go on the bottom at 17. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to give you 30, but add to give you 17. What? 15 and 2. Perfect. If you didn't know it, you could go through and list out the factors. 1 and 30. Nope. 2 and 15. Yes. 9, 3 and 10, no. 5 and 6, no. The one that works is this one. You can always list out the factors, guys. It helps you. From there, you're going to take and set up your 2 sets of parentheses. Guys, what goes at the front of each one of these parentheses? 6 what? 6y. And what goes at the back is going to be these numbers. Since they are both positive, they're both going to be plus 15 and plus 2. Excuse me, guys. So, is there anything that will cancel out with the 6 and the 15? What can I divide by to simplify that? What was it? 3. Is there anything that will simplify out of 6 and 2? 2. When we simplify that, we just divide this. 6 divided by 3 would be 2y. 15 divided by 3 would be 5. 6 divided by 2 would be 3y. And 1 divided by 1 would be, no, that would be wrong. 2 divided by 2 would be 1. Sorry, guys. That would be your final answer. You've simplified it all the way. That's the process, guys. Anybody see anything they're concerned about? Have any questions about? We're doing okay so far? Okay. Guys, remember, this is the only thing on the test, so this is it. You got to use your diamonds to do these, but this is it. The test is just a bunch factoring. Okay? And it's all this type. We're not going to do anything else. I'm not going to get fancy. We're not doing any special cases. It's just this. Okay, guys, here we go. On this next one, there is something that's different about this problem than the other problems. Does anybody see what it is? You can factor out something at the beginning. What will go into 4, 12, and 16? 4. That 4 has to come out at the beginning. Guys, if you don't take it out at the beginning, it messes up your answer. So it really needs to be done first. GCS must come out first. So we put the 4 out in front, and when we simplify that, the 4's cancel out here. That's going to leave you just x squared plus. We take and simplify this. 12 divided by 4 is 3x minus 16 divided by 4 is going to be 4. And this is what we're going to use to do our factoring with. We're going to keep that 4 out in front. We're going to set up those 2 sets of parentheses, and we're going to use our numbers from our diamond to find the things that go in here. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Do you have to take out the GCF first? Yes, or it'll be wrong in the end. Yes, literally. Guys, if you don't do that first thing, it will be wrong in the final answer. Yep. It will not have that 4 out in front and you'll have it wrong. That's a very good question. In using the Berry method, you must take out the GCF before you do anything else. Okay, guys, diamond. This is sometimes a problem for people. People get really complicated. Guys, what number's really here even though there's nothing here? 1. And a 1 times negative 4 is going to put negative 4 on top of the diamond and positive 3 on the bottom because that's our middle number. I need 2 numbers that multiply to give you negative 4 but add to give you 3. What would work? What combination? 1 and 4, but one of them is going to have to be negative, guys. Which one? All right, think about it this way. The number on the bottom is positive. That means the bigger number has to be positive. That means it's going to be negative 1 and positive 4. Got that from a couple of y'all. Just want to see because I have a couple of them saying something different. So when we set this up, ooh, what do I write in the parentheses for the first one if it's just x squared? X, just x, just x. That's it, just x. And then at the back it's going to be minus 1 and plus 4. Are there any things, any numbers that can simplify out of either parentheses? There's only an x in front, guys. There's no number to simplify out. That's it. You're done. That's the final answer. Alright. On to the back, guys. Are we on to the back? Okay, get to the back. Okay, guys, here we go. All right, they're in the big drawer. Yeah, feel free. Guys, anytime you need one, you know they're in there. Feel free, anytime. It's just loud. Okay, guys, here we go. For this next one, is there a GCF in the beginning? Is there anything that will divide into 24, 2, and 12? 2. 2 will go into everything. When you divide everything by 2, 24 divided by 2 is going to be 12n squared, plus the 2's cancel out. That's going to leave you n, minus 12 divided by 2 is going to be 6. Ooh. I think you can set up these numbers in the diamond correctly. Okay. Based on that, what is the top number going to be in your diamond? Negative what? Negative 72. And what is the number going to be on the bottom? 1. Ooh, good, 1. So I need two numbers that are only 1 apart, that multiply to give you negative 72, but add to give you 1. 8 and 9. Which one's going to be negative? The 8. How do I know? Because it's got to add up to a positive, so the bigger number's got to be the positive, guys. So what am I going to put at the front of both of my parentheses? 12n. 12n. At the back, I'm going to put these numbers, the minus 8 and the plus 9. Guys, there's GCFs in both of them that are going to now cancel out. We're going to bring down the 2. But we've got to divide both of these by a number. What will go into 12 and go into 8? 4. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, when I divide 12 divided by 4, that's going to leave me 3n minus, bless you, 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2. Then we have to do the same thing on the other side. However, what are we dividing by? What is the common factor that we can cancel out? 3. And when I divide both of those by 3, 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4n, plus 9 divided by 3 is going to be 3. Alright, questions, concerns, anything about that? That is your final answer. What have we got? 2 left or 3 left? How many we got left?
4.
There's 4 of them? Oh, I bet I have a special case one. Okay, let's keep going. I don't want to go too slow because I want y'all to have time to work. Okay, is there a GCF that'll go into 4? Well, guys, does 4 go into 11? Does 20 go into 11? Is that going to work out? No, that's not going to simplify at all. So we're going to do our diamond. We're going to set up our 2 sets of parentheses. 4x is going to go at the front of each parentheses. We got to find out what's going to go at the back by doing our diamond, though. So for our diamond, the number is going to be a little bigger this time for the first one. 4 times negative 20 is going to put negative 80 on the top, and on the bottom it's going to be negative 11. I don't know what that is. Don't tell me yet. Let's list out 1 and 80. Guys, this is calculator work. 80 divided by 1, 80 divided by 2, 80 divided by 3. Anybody know what they are yet? 16 and 5. And the 5 would be the, I think the 16 would have to be the negative, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's okay. Negative 6, you had the numbers. I didn't even have the numbers. That's great. Negative 16 and positive 5. Why does the 16 have to be negative? Because the bottom number is negative, so we need the bigger number to be negative. That's how you tell, guys. If the bottom is positive, the bigger number has to be positive. If the bottom is negative, the bigger number has to be negative. Questions, concerns, anything about that? How we got that? Anybody need to talk about that? Okay, so we're going to write minus 16 here and plus 5 here. We're going to take a GCF out of these two. Nothing will come out of 4 and 5, but what will come out of 4 and 16? 4. That's going to leave me, guys, when the 4's cancel out, that's going to leave me x minus 16 divided by 4 is going to be 4. On the other side, it's going to be the 4x plus 5. And that's my final answer. Anybody see anything? Y'all seem to be getting this, and so I'm a little concerned. I just want to make sure nobody has any questions. Everybody's doing okay on this so far? Okay, usually I get some, like, questions along the way, so I'm just making sure. Here we go. Next one. Oh, is that why it's, oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, guys. 3 and negative 3 is going to give you negative 9 with a negative 8 on the bottom. I know why I did this one. Remember what I told you about these? When the factors, when it's like this, people miss this one. What are the two numbers going to be? 9 and 1. Which one's got to be negative? Bigger number because that's negative, so negative 9 and positive 1. So when you set up your two sets of parentheses, that 3n is going to repeat at the front of each parentheses. The minus 9 and the plus 1 go at the back. Are there any GCFs? Yeah, this one? Yeah. 3 will come out of this one. That's going to leave you n minus 9. No, n minus what, guys? N minus 3. And then the 3, sorry guys, my parentheses don't look good. And then the 3n plus 1. Again, doesn't matter which parentheses comes first. No, if you wrote it 3n plus 1 times n minus 3 as your final answer, woohoo, you got it right. It's great. Doesn't matter at all. Perfect. I get that one on this one a lot. That's the only reason I knew. Okay, guys. Next one is going to be 5 times 8. 5 times 8 is going to put you at 40. Negative 22 is going to go at the bottom. Ooh, I know what they are, but does anybody else know what they are? Negative 20 and negative 2 is exactly right. They had to both be negative. The only way to get a positive on top and a negative on the bottom is for both of them to be negative, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So when we set this up, it's going to be 5a at the front of each parentheses. At the back of each parentheses is going to be minus 20 and minus 2. There is a GCF that will come out of this that will simplify away when I divide both of them by 5. When I divide both of them by 5, I'm going to end up at a minus 4. And then the other one, 5a minus 2 does not simplify. It does not matter which parentheses comes first. Okay, guys, I got one last problem. I'm hoping I thought I put a special case on there. Let's see if it is. I hope I did, because there's going to be some that you have to deal with. So, I want to make sure you see one. If not, we're going to need to talk about it tomorrow. Here we go. Okay, for our last one, is there a GCF that'll go into all of them? Yes or no? What? 3. Everything can divide by 3. 3 goes out in front. That's a GCF for all of it, so it's got to live in the front. It's going to stay there the whole way down. That's going to leave me. 30 divided by 3 would be 10j squared. Minus 27 divided by 3 would be 9j. Minus 21 divided by 3 would be 7. You're then going to set up your two sets of parentheses. What's going to go at the front of each one of the parentheses? Oh, wait a minute. 3 goes at the front of the whole thing, but what goes at the front inside the parentheses? 10j, good. Now the die. What goes on top of my diamond? Negative 70. What goes on the bottom? Negative 9. Ooh, I don't know what they are. Don't say it yet if you know. I'm going to list out the factors. 1 and 70. Nope. 2 and 35. Nope. 3 doesn't go into it. 4 doesn't. 5. 5 maybe? 5 and what? 14. Oh, 5 and 14 are 9 apart, guys. It's going to be some combination of 5 and 14. Which one has to be negative in order for it to be a negative on the bottom? The 14. So it's going to be plus 5 and minus 14. And y'all, we got GCFs in both of them that we need to cancel out. But we got to figure out what number we'll cancel out. What will go into 10 and 5? 5. What will go into 10 and 14? 2. So we're going to simplify each one of these. I'll go slowly through this. Make sure you see each step. 10 divided by 5 is going to be 2j plus 1. 10 divided by 2 is going to be 5j minus 14 divided by 2 is going to be 7. And that's your final final answer. And we are finished with our notes. Does anybody have any questions before we put this up? Got you lots of time to work, so I want to get y'all working. No?